Welcome to Squad, your source for esports and gaming. We have a jam-packed day for you today, so let's not waste any time and get to the rundown. It's Ladies' Night in Unmuted, where Marissa and Lisa are going to go head-to-head, giving us their takes on the top topics. Then Yipes is going to give us something that we need, tips to get good at Street Fighter V in Tips from the Top. And we have James Chen joining us later in Esports in 30 to talk final round. But first, you know how it goes. Here's the news in Reported. After months of teasing and rumors, Google has finally lifted the lid on its new video game platform. Called Stadia, it is a service that will let players stream games directly into their Google Chrome browser over the internet. That means no console, no discs, and no downloads. Think of it like Netflix for video games. Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Doom Eternal were both announced for the service, and both can allegedly run at 4K and 60 frames per second. Google is also creating a new first-party studio that will exclusively develop for Stadia. The company said that Stadia will work on computers, tablets, and phones. While you can use your own USB controllers to play on PCs, you'll need to grab a Stadia controller to play elsewhere. Importantly, Google never said what kind of internet connection you would need to play games on Stadia. Here's hoping we find more soon, because the Stadia is expected to launch later this year. The Dream League Major may still be ongoing in Dota 2, but evil geniuses have already booked their ticket to the biggest tournament of the year. That's right, EG is the third team to earn an invite to the International 2019. The team secured its spot after it defeated Ninjas in Pajamas in the lower bracket of Dream League Major. Now that EG is in the top 8, it is mathematically guaranteed that the team will end the major with enough points to get invited to TI9. EG joined Team Secret and Virtus Pro on the coveted list of invites. The North American team hasn't won any tournament on the circuit this year, but their third-place finishes are more than enough to show that they're one of the best teams in Dota. A new patch for CSGO launched on March 19th, and it's bringing a big change that will take some time to get used to. Namely, Cobblestone has been removed from competitive matchmaking, with Vertigo replacing it for the foreseeable future. As to why Cobblestone was removed, Valve isn't telling. More than likely, the map was removed so it could undergo a rework. Valve has previously done reworks for Dust 2 and Inferno, and those changes were well received. Cobblestone underwent some slight changes last year that were unpopular with many fans, so hopefully when it comes back, it'll be better than ever. I don't know what I think about Stadia. Like, I get it, it's Google. If any company is going to do it right, it's probably going to be them. But they didn't mention anything about cost. Is it going to be a monthly subscription, a yearly subscription? I don't know. Plus the additional cost to have that bandwidth to stream 4K. Like, come on, these are key details. So I'm just gonna dip my toes in that pond instead of diving into it. Let us know what you think on Stadia and all of our other topics that we discussed and reported. You can check it out on our socials at Squad State to sound off there. Now, we have Yipes, who's actually gonna give us some tips to get good at Street Fighter V. But before we get to that, why don't we check in with Marissa and Lisa to see what they're arguing about today in Unmuted.
Welcome to Unmuted, the all-lady, all-the-time edition. I'm Marissa Roberto.
And I'm Lisa Dwan, and while Brody's away, I'm gonna play and show him how it's done. Ooh. Marissa and I will each be presenting topics, tweets, and internet treats to discuss.
Yes, and if one of us gets out of line, well, she gonna get muted for 30 seconds. Now, producer Tyler has his finger on the buzzer, and we'll be timing us each for each topic presented. 2 minutes on the board, Tyler. Let's go. Let's get to the first drama bomb.
All right, so let's kick off the stories with the biggest news of the week, the Google Stadia. Google unveiled its long-rumored streaming platform during GDC 2019. Called Google Stadia, the platform will allow players to stream games directly to their computers, no console or high-end hardware is required. There's no information on what kind of internet connection you'll need, nor do we know how much it will cost. But it is set to come out by the end of 2019. So is Stadia a good idea? Are you excited about this one?
I'm not excited. I'm not excited. I wish I could say that I was.
What?
Honestly, Lisa, do you not feel a little inundated? Do you not feel a little overwhelmed with all the things that we already have in this life? All the choices we have to game on, all the different platforms we have, all of these subscription-based services that we use, and all the internet that we use as well. Marissa, as a result.
Choices are good. Look, just because it comes out doesn't mean I have to use it, but I will try it. And if it's better, I will switch. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know, it's promising to be like the next step of gaming platform. So if it actually is, why not? Why are we afraid? Why are we afraid of change?
Listen, I am not afraid of change, and I freaking love Jade Raymond. She has been a staple in the gaming industry for a long time now. I love that she's heading up their gaming division. I love that she's giving developers, big and small, the opportunity to make something great for this platform. So wonderful. I definitely will try it too, but I just feel like it's too much. We don't know how much it's gonna cost, number one.
Yes. Okay.
What if it eats a huge hole in our pockets? They can't charge too much, but then it's like, maybe it'll be a small amount of money, but how much more data do I need from my internet provider to be able to play any of this stuff?
No,
That's crazy.
I think it's actually corresponding with like the new wave of internet. You know, like what is it, 8G or 5G is coming out. Now data plans, everyone's getting like unlimited data anyways, right?
For lots of money. In Canada, it's a messed up amount of money.
So that's a telecom issue. That's a Canada telecom issue. But this isn't just something that affects us. This is a whole world thing. It might work better in the US, sure, which has better plans, okay? But we have to stop thinking for just us. This is a huge thing for the world. I know some people have concerns, you know, in other countries that don't have the infrastructure. True, you know what? It's not gonna be the best for you. That's the reality. But this could be the first step, and maybe that will inspire, you know, more infrastructure in other places. If people want it that bad, they're gonna, you know, work for it.
Yeah, if Google is gonna make a play, this has to be the play they make. I don't see any other way around it. I just feel like, damn, we already have so much. How much more do we need, Lisa?
We can always have more. More.
Speaking of having more, former League of Legends pro High has formed his own esports org called Radiance. The org has already signed an amateur league roster. Though there isn't much of an amateur scene right now, there is, but not anything huge. Hai said that he wants to help grow it. So, should League of Legends have an amateur scene, a little bigger one? Lisa Dewan, as our league expert.
I mean, okay, just to give everyone like a little context. So like Riot already has, they have obviously the official league. They have academy teams. Every official team has an academy squad underneath it. There's also collegiate scenes. So there is that in place. But I think what they want is more grassroots, I guess, tournaments. I guess there can always be more. Like,
but what's his goal here? Like he wants to form more of a grassroots scene because then he could poach players from that scene for his org. Like because remember, it's all about money.
Yes.
So how is he going to make money from his amateur scene?
Maybe it isn't about money. I mean, Hai has been a staple in the league scene forever, you know? Like maybe he just sees, like we're going to get into this later, but like a story where maybe the viewership is dying off and the people aren't playing the same way, all that stuff. So maybe he wants to get people into the game again, passionate, from the grassroots upwards. And I feel like there is a little bit of, I was gonna say incest, but with like people who, the players that get put onto these teams they know each other. You know, like they play in solo queue, they meet each other on solo queue. So like, these are the players that usually get picked up. So maybe Hai is trying to bring new talent from outside in, you know, to give them a chance.
So maybe he is pure of heart and he really just does want to give people from the outside in a little chance, a little window. Let's crack the window open, let people come in. And if that's the case, then I salute him 100 because you're right. And lots of people that play video games and feel like they're really good at it just don't feel like there is an opportunity for them to shine, especially in a scene that's so established like League. So if this actually works out, then maybe we should build a statue.
For Hai?
Of Hai.
This is a little weird. Actually, maybe, this is actually an interesting point, the fact that, you know, the LEC, the LCS, it's so expensive to get in from a sponsorship point. Maybe what Hai is thinking from business side is that there's people who are interested in investing, but they're not willing to dish out the $20 million, but there's someone who's willing to put in $5. And that could go towards maybe more an amateur scene, and Hai's just getting in on this early.
We tapped in. She's not the case. Lisa Dewan is on it.
All right. Let's move on to the next story, because actually relevant in other league news, according to the Esports Observer, LEC viewership is way up compared to last year. It's apparently averaging roughly 30,000 more viewers than it did in the 2018 spring split, which translates to way more hours watched. On the other hand, LCS viewership growth has flatlined with similar numbers compared to last year. See, there you go, relevant. So let's look at the LEC first. Why do you think it's grown? You know?
Talent, for one thing. I feel like the talent on the desk, their production is fantastic. Like I don't even, like, you know that I'm not a league person, but I will watch for the talent. I love that they brought in Frankie and Machine just to like do a little side whatever. That is so much fun. The fact that they're expanding their audience, like they're thinking with their noodles and their pockets. Like this is exactly how it should be. We should expand.
With your noodle sounds a little...
I meant your brain.
Okay, sorry.
This is the noodle
Kappa.
I meant. But no, they're obviously doing something right, and obviously the NAC needs to look to this and kind of replicate in some way. But I feel like the NAC has always kind of been pooped on by the European scene.
In terms of skill, that's always been like the thing. That's but however, NALCS was always more popular, I felt like, in terms of viewership. So it's kind of interesting that the LEC, which I think a couple years ago was actually seeing a huge decrease in viewership, that they're managing to pick it up, which makes me think there's a lot of things that happened in the LEC this year that might have contributed to it. Like players like Perks, who was a huge deal, switching roles. Like that is almost... That was a huge shocker. That doesn't happen, you know? And you mentioned Machine and Frankie coming in, CSGO numbers increasing, brilliant. But then why is the NA scene not showing the same amount of growth? Which is full of personalities, mind you. Like they're the biggest personalities in the league scene right now. Doublelift, Bjergsen.
For sure. So maybe they need to expand on that, do exactly what the LEC is doing. Why can't they just copy a little bit? Just bring on some talent from the outside in, bring that European talent, because they brought those people from Europe into their European scene. So bring them over to this side, give them a little taste of the NA scene. Yeah, exactly. Poach some of them numbers, bring them over, because if you love League, you love League, right? Why can't you watch a little more NA?
That's true.
Just throwing it out there.
We need more, you know,
we need more Lisa Dewan?
I'll bring it. I'll do it.
Let's go, baby. That's what I want to see. All right, Season 2 of the NBA 2K League will be kicking off on April 2nd with a tip-off tournament. Just like last year, it will be the first of 3 tournaments that will take place during the regular season, which will run from April to July. 4 teams are joining the league this year, representing the LA Lakers, Brooklyn Nets, Atlanta Hawks, and Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, Lisa, what would you do to improve or change the league for its 2nd season? Because, of course, I mean, the first one was okay, but the numbers, you know, weren't quite where they maybe should have been.
But I I think they've already taken the step to increase the number. You know what it is?
Tell me.
I watched the draft this year, and the first woman was drafted, Chiquita, right?
Yes.
I think that is huge. It's a huge step for this league.
Not according to Thorin.
Oh, whatever, Thorin. Get over yourself. This is amazing. This is amazing. I'm just watching the draft and hearing the storylines. They have a great broadcast team. I was watching it and I actually got into it.
Yeah.
And I think just carrying on how they are doing with these new players that are bringing interest, we'll get more views. I'm personally going to be more invested into it this year just because of Chiquita. I want to see how she does. I want to see how the scene works.
I mean, coming from someone who seemed to be poo-pooing any kind of sports, esports.
Don't bring that up!
A little while ago. It's fine, we don't need to get into that, Lisa. No, but I'm so happy to have sports esports. Like, you know this, I'm happy about it because it only brings in fresh eyes. It brings in a new audience that is never or has never been into esports before. This is a way for people to jump in and say, yo, this is something they can show their parents. Look, I can make money doing this. For parents that only ever watch sports, that only ever get into that world, this is something new. And yes, the viewers aren't maybe the greatest, but you're right. The broadcast talent is outstanding.
So they're hilarious.
So good. So hype. I love the trash talking that happens too now. They're encouraging that, which is so great. I need more of it. We need more trash talking always.
You know what else they're doing really well?
Tell me.
Their fashion. The Champions collaboration with the NBA 2K League is fire. I checked out the store last night. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything, mind you. But I noticed they only do like sweaters in 3 colors. Is there like a rule? Red, black, and blue. That's the only thing. That's weird.
I think it has to tie into that team's colors too, right?
Yeah, but are there only red, black, and blue in these teams?
Well, I mean, look at the Overwatch League. There seems to be only like red, black, and like gray and white. Like every team is whatever except for Vancouver and I don't know, Spark, who's pink.
That's
and they have the best jerseys because they're bright pink.
I'm waiting for a pink NBA 2K jersey. Let's go. Or a green one. That's cool too.
All right, we gotta move on. Now it's time to see what streamers have been up to in Clip It. Streamer Evie Sue was watching Gordon Ramsay and had something to say about cooking.
Listen, I can cook in the kitchen and I can eat some ass too, okay?
Excuse me?
Yo, what's up? I'm streaming.
I just came down to let you know I'm leaving in the morning.
Oh, okay. See you. You couldn't have freaking texted me or something. I'm freaking streaming. You come to... Oh my God. God damn it. I'm just being funny.
How dare he talk to his mom like that? First of all, that's just rude.
Okay, but have you ever maybe had a moment where your mom kind of walks in on you, you were having a phone call or something, like anything where mommy kind of embarrassed you in some way?
Luckily, my mom doesn't speak English,
Oh.
so that advantaged me. However, however, I noticed in this office, in the back, in the producer room, my back is facing that door.
Yeah.
And sometimes people walk in when I'm saying the darnest things. I'm sorry, boss. I didn't mean it. It was out of context, but it happens to me a lot.
It's usually something anti-Tyler.
Yeah, mature audience.
Eat it, Tyler.
Like that. That's inappropriate.
I love it. That kind of stuff makes me so happy. Like, I want more moms to walk in. I want more dads to walk in. It's the best because, like, I mean, obviously they know how their son or daughter behaves. Like, when they're being the goofiest, they usually have already seen that, right? Especially growing up as an adolescent. So just maybe being extra dumb or extra stupid in front of a stream, in front of a whole bunch of people watching you and having your mom or dad walk in on you in those moments, like, that's what's kind of funny. I just want to actually see the mom next time. I want to see the dad just to get the real visceral reaction.
Aren't you just tired of, like, parents being used for the views? You know, grandmas, grandpas,
I am tired of
kids.
I'm tired of grandmas.
Those
moms
scripted.
and dads, whatever, they're borderline because they still understand internet culture. But grandmas,
Your
they
mom
don't.
understands internet culture?
I mean, she's on Facebook. She's a cool mom. She's a cool mom. She's on Facebook and she does follow me on Twitter. Sometimes she tweets things. As she shouldn't. So no, like, they're there, they get it, they understand there's a world out there where people are watching, but I feel like there's I can't even, my grandma still doesn't get how, like, an Uber or a Lyft works. Like, I'm like, no, like, I have an Uber coming, like, no, like a cab, huh? What? Like, still, anything outside of, like, her norm, it doesn't make sense. So just stop abusing grandmas, parents, whatever.
Okay,
they get it.
Are your rants over?
Yeah.
You're good? All right, let's move on because our next clip is from Dream League where interviewer Slacks gave a viewer advice on how to ask someone out.
Uh-oh.
Go for it. Real advice. You ready for this? Don't go out looking, okay? Be yourself. Shit comes to you when you stop caring. That's what I learned in my life. I wanted a girlfriend. I wanted a wife for a long time. And then one day I stopped giving a shit. I focused on myself. I did things that I wanted to do. I went to do things that I wanted to do. And guess what? You're going to meet people that have similar interests. So go get a job. Go get a hobby. Find someone that loves the things you do and care about yourself. And when you care about yourself, the others will come. Or you can, kidnap them. Don't do that. That's what I did.
That was all so good.
It was, okay, all that advice was amazing, and then he kind of like threw it all away at the end. Or you could,
kidnap them.
Yeah, that's what I do. No, love Slacks
is hilarious.
So much. That advice is on point. He's absolutely right. Like it shouldn't be about, investing all your time and energy into finding the one. The one will always find you as long as you're open to it, as long as you're kind and warm and welcoming to everybody in your life. And just that's all it is. Find a hobby.
Like Preacher's Corner? What's going on?
No, he's absolutely right. Find a hobby. Like obviously you and I love gaming so much. Like you met your man playing games. You got into League because your man loves League. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's just there's like that pull in there that kind of keeps you close as long as you have something that kind of bonds you. Yes. So don't force it. Just let it happen naturally.
I think the point is focus on yourself. Make yourself better, and then people will be attracted to that.
What's that quote? What's that RuPaul quote? If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? That's what it is.
I don't know what RuPaul. Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know that quote.
Okay.
I don't watch RuPaul.
What? Drag Race.
I know the show. I don't watch it. Well, sue me. It's not a big deal.
Moving on. It's time now for profound thoughts as we head into our favorite place to find them, Twitter, where all of us just shout things at the window and hoping somebody will notice. Our first tweet comes from Space Station Gaming's Rainbow Six coach, Lycan, who ponders, is it a new trend to put unpopular opinion, I agreed, and say something people mostly agree with? I'm big confused. Send help.
I see a lot of videos on YouTube where like unpopular opinions and they get millions of views. It's
because it's actually like a popular opinion. First of all, it definitely should really, it should be an unpopular opinion that we're expressing that other people agree with, and that's why we're getting likes. It shouldn't be a popular opinion that you're saying is an unpopular opinion.
You just freaking lost me. What?
No,
what was that?
Because
you
that's
just said unpopular 10 times in that word.
Unpopular, yeah, because that's the trend, saying unpopular opinion and then tweeting whatever.
Yes.
But it's really a popular opinion, which is why you're getting likes.
I feel like it's a popular opinion because it's based in hate. I think people like to jump on the hate bandwagon. Unpopular opinions are actually like things where you, trash on something, I almost swore, trash on something, and you want other people to join you. It's a really bonding of hate, and I don't like that.
I don't know. Some of them are hate. Some of them are just kind of funny. But you're right. Don't bond over hate. That's not how you meet the love of your life, people.
Oh my God. Just a dating corner.
Call back.
Yes.
Call back. Don't be hateful.
All right, let's move on to the next tweet. So this next tweet was deleted for some reason, and I seen it and I sniped it before it was gone. So let's enjoy this tweet from Vish. And so he started with quoting a tweet from Ariana Grande, and she said, "I never don't want mango." Of course, Vish's thoughts. How I feel when I watch Smash Top 8.
Yeah.
That's so clever.
It's so clever. It's so funny. What, Vish, why did you delete that, man? Like, what's that about? And okay, I have a theory.
What's the theory?
Because that tweet from Ariana Grande was actually from like 2013.
He was stalking her?
So maybe he deleted it because it has the timestamp on it, and maybe he was just scrolling through tweets. Or maybe he just found it randomly. But like, why else would he delete that? It doesn't make any sense. Vish, that was funny, man.
We're gonna call him out. Let's call him out on this.
Yeah, Vish, explain yourself.
Why?
Come on the show and explain yourself.
2013, that is a long way back. How? Listen, you know what? She's like the rage right now. She's killing it.
Yeah.
Love her. But 2013, that's dedication.
I mean, 2013 Ariana was not killing it like 2019 Ariana, but Vish still loved her then. I think he's just proving a point that he was on her from the beginning. Why is she so
popular in esports? You see Courage and all the Fortnite boys on top of that too. They're always tweeting at her like thirsty.
It's because of Courage. It's because of Courage 100. So she followed Courage back.
No.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. So the whole community, all Fortnite is just like sipping tea, waiting for something to happen. I don't think it's going to, but I love that she followed him back.
This is a beautiful union waiting to happen.
I agree. Our final tweet is from our boy Hugs. I know, Hugs again. But dude's got spicy tweets and random thoughts that apply to all of us. Don't lie. He says, you ever wear the same set of clothes 2 days in a row because different groups of people are going to see you in it? This doesn't apply to me or anything. Haha. Just wondering and stuff. All right, Lisa, don't lie. Don't lie.
Don't call me out right now.
I will admit it full on. I have a leisure suit.
What's a leisure suit?
Well, whatever the weekend calls for.
One outfit per weekend?
It's like a certain pair of jeans that I'll wear again, and the same top that I might wear
again.
If I'm not going to see the same people 2 days in a row or post to my Instagram.
Listen, I can't do that. I think I've only done that once.
Oh my God.
And it felt wrong. I'm the kind of person. Okay, you guys are gonna hate on me for this. I'm the kind of person that washes my jeans after wearing it once. I can't believe I said it. I know you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. And I'm in the producer room. They were like, you know what I learned? Actually, the producers told me this. Apparently, you're supposed to put jeans in the freezer.
Yeah.
What to clean them? To keep them?
No. Okay. Well, that's more for like legitimate denim. If you're wearing your
wearing
like
fake denim.
yeah.
Cheap denim.
No. If you're wearing like that cheap stuff that you buy jeans for like $20.
That's me.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying it. Then you don't have to put your jeans in the freezer because it's not like legit denim.
Okay.
But yeah, real denim you can put in the freezer that somehow cleans them. I don't get it. But Lisa Duan, you wash it. Okay, straight up.
I hate the feeling of old jeans. You know when you put on a new fresh pair of jeans and it's like tight, oh god, tight, and like it's fresh, right? It holds the right way. Like that I know, okay, guys go crazy in chat. You know what, that was unfortunate phrasing.
You get for buying cheap ass denim, by the way, because it loosens. I know what she's saying, because you want it to be tighter around your derriere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Just keep it tight. You want to keep it tight. So, yeah, you have to wash it. But Lisa, are you mad?
I don't want you to get in on this. I want to move on because I'm going to get a lot of flack for this already. So let's move on to crowd controlled, which is basically where we search the internet and pick out what you guys have been creating and posting. So first up, we have a post submitted on Reddit by Mindless Sponge, and it's a fun game we like to call Pokemon or Prescription. So let's take a look here. All right, let me read out some to you. So you tell me if it's a Pokemon or if it's a prescription, okay? Let's try this. Benikar, I choose you.
Prescription.
Damn it, you're right. Okay, here's another one. Illumise. Side effects may include...
Illumise.
Guys
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
You're correct. Girl, you're killing it. Okay, I got one more. This one really tripped me up.
Okay.
Tricor. Grass type. Uses the move
I think prescription.
Do you use this prescription? Because how do you know?
No, but it has like a core at the, I don't know. That's what pharmaceuticals kind of do to like, this is gonna work, Tricor.
Listen, honestly, this list is really hilarious.
Okay,
There's a couple that actually, like Tranquil, there's a Pokemon called Cyndaquil. So like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like they could be evolved forms there.
That's true. This is a good game, I like it.
This is a fun
It should
game,
be a drinking game.
Okay.
Later.
With like Tranquil. We just
No, oh my god, don't do that.
Oh,
Oh my, do not do that.
We're not promoting this, my bad.
This is G-rated.
But you know what, Pokemon have gotten more ridiculous each generation with their Pokemon types and names and styles.
For sure.
So I want to know, first of all, judging you, what's your favorite Pokemon? This is big.
Any fire type.
Any fire type, okay.
Yeah, so I'm really big into fire type, so I'll always start my Pokemon with fire type, pick them every time. I'm really into Score Bunny, like I'm definitely gonna pick that one up. Easy. Yo, it's like a fire thumper, baby. I'm all over it.
I'm actually team fire type too.
Okay, good.
But the Score Bunny thing.
What?
We've already talked about this so many times.
It's fast and it's fire.
It's so unoriginal, but let's, okay. Weirdest Pokemon though. Like what's the strangest Pokemon you've heard of? Because the newest generations, there's like weird ones that are designed after keys. There's weird ones designed after the Garburator, like the trash can thing. Pokemon.
Yeah. No, but they have to get inventive, right? And sometimes inventive means just digging in the trash.
Literally.
Literally.
All right.
Moving on, our next post is posted by Recording on Reddit, and he noticed a stark resemblance between Apex's latest hero, Octane, and this other familiar game character. Is it a rip-off? So Psyker from Borderlands.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Inspired or simply a rip-off?
Ooh,
This is Mad Max Fury Road.
I think a lot of people were kind of roasting Apex in general for their Battle Pass situation.
Okay, well...
What? Listen, I'm not Brody. Don't look at me like that.
No, I'm just saying, like, everybody... it's fine. We just always look for a reason to hate on something, especially
Unpopular
if, like,
opinions.
Unpopular opinion.
Right?
Hashtag Lisa Duan. Okay.
But looking at that picture, they are very similar. Like,
of
very
course.
similar.
I get it.
So are we going to call ripoff here, or
I don't know.
legal lawsuit? No?
There's so many different. Honestly, there's so many different characters in different games that kind of seem like other characters from other games. Like think of the lore of all these different games and how many different characters they are, and just like even in anime, like how many of those characters have been slightly ripped off, right? So even Pokemon, like we were just saying, ripping off from prescriptions.
Okay, that's
and garbage cans.
It's a little different. I mean, they could at least try to mix up like the color of the mask. The details are a little striking.
I don't know. It kind of, you know what? It kind of reminds me of the Seinfeld episode where Elaine submits a comic to the New Yorker and she thinks it's an original, but then later it comes back and it's actually a Ziggy. She rips it off. She didn't realize because she sleeps with her boyfriend who has Ziggy bed sheets, and it must have seeped into her subconscious. So these characters could have just seeped into her, or whoever made these characters, subconscious.
Yeah, it happens to everyone.
Yeah, I know.
All right, lastly now, we have a clip posted by Strike_Gently, and it's a clip from GTA 5, so you know it's gonna be good. Let's see it.
What the?
What? You know what the best part is? The name of this clip is Arresting the Perpetrator.
Okay, I want to see it again.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see it again.
Okay, all right.
You know what? First of all, that was a good parking job. First of all. Yo! How would a dog drive? How would a dog drive, first of all?
I have no, okay,
4 legs.
don't even know, but how dare he aim his weapon at that dog?
You wouldn't,
You hit that dog?
No, I'm just saying, as a police officer, you have to be armed and ready, you know? It's not wrong.
He seemed it was a dog. The
No.
dog seemed, I don't know, not very violent.
It was a little energetic, I don't
Yeah.
know. But imagine the surprise if a dog comes out of the car.
Oh my God, that's like life goals.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get hurt, but like sometimes they have high-speed chases, especially in America. I just got back from America. The second I landed there was a high-speed chase in the TV.
Yeah, but was it a dog
No,
driving
no,
the
it
car?
wasn't. But imagine how amazing it would have been if it were a dog. That's all I want in my life. Just
imagine
once
the news
before
report.
I die. Once before I die.
No.
Let there be a high-speed chase of the dog where no one gets hurt.
But okay, well the point is GTA is coming back apparently with the roleplay mod that's happening
Yes.
right now. So have you tried it? Like, are you feeling that?
Lisa, ain't nobody got time for that.
I mean, it actually sounds cool. I've never played GTA before, but
Really?
just that I've never played it. Okay,
Girl.
I know I'm missing out.
I need even my DS. I want you to play Chinatown Wars.
Chinatown, huh?
It's so, okay, are you serious?
If I can use that mute button.
Are you serious?
Right,
She's not even Chinese.
I'm not.
Like,
But I speak for the people. I speak for the people.
How dare you try to flip it on me?
What?
That's it.
We're gonna play dumplings in the GTA.
Quiet now. That's all the time we have for today's Unmuted. Remember that you can always reach out to us on our socials at Squad State to let us know what you want us to react to and discuss. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
So for those that are actually trying to step their game up, I'll give you a little bit of advice. I'm just going to give it to you the Yipes way, raw and uncut. Back when I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, all I literally did was just stay in the lab and practice movement and combos. Granted, that's not enough in terms of getting good on the competitive side of things, but you can use that basically to up your dexterity in terms of your combos and your execution, and pretty much you could take it to the actual battlefield and see if it works out for you, you know what I mean? But I definitely had to get comfortable with the execution aspect of the game first before I even had to strategize. So my advice to you is stay in the lab, stay in the dojo, sharpen up your sword as much as you can before you head in the battlefield.
I guess it's true what they say, practice makes perfect, so you gotta grind hard in the dojo, just like I've said. I'm gonna try. I wanna try competing one day in a local Street Fighter V tournament. I'm a huge fan of the game and just of the FGC community, so I just gotta get to it. If you guys have any more Street Fighter V advice or just FGC, like anything to get into the community, let us know on our socials at Squad State, because I wanna get good. In a bit, we have Marissa and Drew, who are going to be joined by James Chen to talk final round in esports in 30. But first, let's check out what went down in the green room, powered by Red Bull.
No, he goes ham. Your face goes ham. Yeah.
Oh, maybe you can't
We'll
be
see.
James Chen.
I'm gonna keep quiet.
I don't know.
James Chen's
James Chan's pretty good.
Yeah, James Chen is really good.
Yeah.
He's like,
He knows how to do all the setups.
Yeah.
Too. It's just that he's.
there's a lot of science in this game. A lot of like little like, you see this 2 blocks, you see this 3 blocks, it has to be even, blah blah blah, and you're just like, what are they talking about? But,
No.
yeah, there's a lot of things in the game. That it's like theories almost.
I thought you wanted to do KOs, Drew.
Not yet.
Oh.
There's somebody attacking.
Oh, you switch it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to switch it.
But also, like, he's not clearing anything right now, right? So it's just like
he's
kind of
building.
just there. Really,
Oh my
realistically.
god, I could never play like this. This is crazy.
All right, Marissa's turn next.
Yeah, right. After this?
Yeah.
It's going to be close to stun.
EX, you crazy man!
Will he do it again? He doesn't get a chance. Punk ends up taking it.
Hey everybody and welcome to Esports in 30. Today is Wednesday and that means we're talking everything FGC. I'm Marissa Roberto and I'm chilling here with Drew Face. What's up, Drew?
What's cooking, baby? We are gonna talk some final round. That was a hype weekend, baby. Woo!
Okay, I feel it. I feel it from you, which means I know you watched all of it. So without spoiling anything, because we're gonna have a special guest here very soon to chat all things final round, what went down this weekend?
Oh man, a lot of things happened, man. Let's talk about that losers run. We gotta talk about our homie James Chen.
Well, I mean, James Chen was obviously commentating a lot of it, and we're going to be chatting with him soon. But as a fan watching, because you've been in the FGC for a long time now, obviously, you know hype from not so hype. Oh. Where was this weekend on the hype meter for you guys in the FGC?
Honestly, it was top 10 on the R&B billboards. Shouts to Pac Chop, man. That was dope. That was hella dope.
It was top 10 on the R&B charts. It's just up there?
Up there, man. Absolutely, man.
But
final round, no round brown.
I mean, obviously we're going to dive a little deeper with James, but honestly, Punk, like, I feel like Punk, like, last year, we were just chatting with him, and I feel like he had lost all of his confidence. It's almost like he fell off the map. And now this year, it seems like it could be the year of Punk.
You know what? He ain't no punk. He is so good. He is so clean. I love that man's pussies all day.
His footsies all day. But do you feel like there's just something about him that he's maybe dedicated a little bit more this year? He really focused, he settled in? Or has it become because he has a new org backing him, like he's trying to make Reciprocity proud?
I think it's the mental mind state he has because Punk's the best one. He is feeling himself, like Nivea, just feeling himself.
Okay, well, speaking of feeling themselves, I feel like that's you, Drew. I'm gonna let you do that when we head to some highlights, because we got a super special guest, Jess Street Fighter 5 with us. But before we get to that, we gotta check out these lady highlights from the first stop on the Capcom Pro Tour final round.
Blast to take out the Evo champion. Next hit, next grab.
Oh, that wasn't a convertible. He gets the crouching light kick, and there it is, Zero Blast coming out on the winner's side. Oh no, actually not quite. Wake up buttons.
He just CJ lives. He's got
critical art too.
Bullshit's in trouble even though he's got the life lead.
She can do so much chip. Oh, here. Oh, too far away for the throw. Oh,
oh my God,
he's gonna be able to get it off the wall into the throw, and there it is. CJ Truth clutching it out at the very end. Ooh, wow. Oh, you're done. You're done. You're done.
You sure?
Okay, not quite. Almost. Just the pressure. Oh, it goes at him with the wheel kick. Smug.
Very close to stun as well.
Buries the reversal.
Nice. Stop.
Bend the bar. Huge damage. Not enough to kill.
Oh, he's got him again.
He's 3 for 3.
He's got him.
Who can take Circuito to losers bracket with 3 wake-up critical arts back to back to back?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh, this is doable.
Time.
It's doable. Johnny, what's the response defensively?
One more hit into a combo into critical art, and that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, the overhead into. Oh, he doesn't even need it. Oh, he's okay. He's trying to build that critical art. Is he going to be able to get it? Oh, there it is. Just off that hit. That is exactly what it is. Is this going to kill? It is enough, and there you go, Momochi.
Look at that defense.
Oh,
He's there.
One of the bars.
Punk trying to make it happen in the corner.
Okay, EX out of the corner. Beautiful stuff by. Okay, but he's gonna get hit. EX, and that will do it right there. Oh my God, Momochi coming with the comeback. Gets the counter hit. EX, not enough. Wake up buttons from Momochi. Not scared. There's the slide and the back throw, and Momochi is gonna take it. Punk should have just went into the critical art right there, just to kind of put that pressure on Johnny. Oh my God, he went for the
comes
EX.
Punk. It's gonna be close to stun.
EX, you crazy man.
Will he do it again? He doesn't get a chance. Punk ends up taking it. There's a lot of meter on Punk's side. Momochi's got beat. Oh, the timing!
Right there.
I was just gonna say, Momochi has V trigger. All the Zekus in the world want slide into activate, and so Punk knows it. He blows it up. Momochi's there in the corner. Punk threatening. Trigger's already over, and not much usage on it. Here he goes.
One EX, and guess what? Punk is your champion. He raises his arms into the air.
Punk went on the loser's run of his life to become the final round champion. To break down the event with us, we got our friend James Chen on the line. How's it going, James?
How's it going? I'm glad to be back.
I mean, we're so happy to have you. Obviously, Drew is happy to have you too.
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready to hear this man speak.
No, it was so exciting. Like, we both watched it, especially that final matchup. But like, just talk about the rise of Punk here, because we were just saying before you called in that Punk has had a real low. Like last year, it felt like he was on a real low when he was kind of just kicking himself when he was down. Now, I honestly didn't know if he'd ever make it back. But what is so special about this guy that he was able to do this?
To be honest, I feel like there's like two sides of Punk, right? There's, I talked about it during commentary, but there's cocky Punk and then there's respectful Punk, and when he's in his element, when he's at his most, cocky kind of confident player mode, I feel like he can't be beaten, and that was the kind of Punk that we saw when he got second place at EVO. And, since then, I felt like maybe he kind of lost a little bit of that fire. I'm also not even sure, like, I've been kind of almost saying that when he signed with Echo Fox, he kind of put pressure on himself, and all of a sudden he was like, oh, I need to perform for the sponsor. I'm not sure if that's true, but it felt that way. And I felt like he lost a little bit of that fire, but, he got let go from Echo Fox. He's part of Reciprocity now. But I feel like after that happened, after he got let go from Echo Fox, it just kind of relit that fire for him, because since then, you could see it. He was getting stronger. He was starting to look like the Punk that we knew from that EVO second place finish. And then here at final round, all of a sudden, from the losers, he got sent to losers in pools.
I know.
Like real early, bro. Like real early.
And so, the fact that he made it all the way through losers bracket and won the tournament is super, super impressive. So I think we're kind of seeing, a return of Punk to, his original form, his most powerful form.
His final form, perhaps.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Can we say that? No, I mean, the fact that you're already in losers, obviously his back is up against the wall during all of that, right? That's just how losers bracket works. He took on a lot of big name players in that losers round as well. Who did you see him take on that you were just like beyond impressed with?
Honestly, it was probably the grand finals when he took out Momochi, because he took him out 3-0 to reset the bracket and then 3-1.
It was so fast, James. It was so fast. I've never seen anything so fast like that. That dude cooked him real good.
That first set was so fast. And the reason why it was so impressive to me, because he had just come from being Momochi's student, Johnny, in a very, very close match. But Johnny and Momochi had a really close match, and Johnny's using the same character that Punk is using, right? Karen. And it was really close. Momochi went on a 2-0 lead, but then Johnny tied it up 2-2, and then it was just very close at the end. But, we saw how Momochi can fight against a high-level Karen player in Johnny, but then Punk just came back and said, no. Look, Johnny's cool and everything, but this is how you're going to play Karen versus Zeku. And, Punk just ran through Momochi. And Momochi, who just won EVO Japan, and, Punk was top 8 at EVO Japan as well. So, the fact that he defeated Momochi so convincingly was definitely the most standout match for him, for Punk, in my opinion.
Well, speaking about Momochi, let's talk about Momochi and Johnny, man. Tell me a little bit about that backstory, because I know there's a DLC push for it with the Master Student stuff. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So basically, in Japan, playing games still has kind of like a stigma to it, you shouldn't spend so much time, you can't really do anything.
Yeah, you a basement dweller, all that. I know, man. We still get hit with that sometimes.
Yeah, and what Momochi and Chocoblanca are trying to do is they're trying to change that perception in Japan. So they've started this shinobiism school where they're basically training younger players on how to be strong in Street Fighter and in fighting games in general. They've taken their best students and created their own team, the Furo team. And Johnny's a part of that. That's why he's Furo Johnny when he enters. And so Johnny is basically just getting trained by Momochi. And you can clearly see it because a lot of the strengths that Momochi has, the whiff punishing, you know, the frame traps and you know, the confirms and everything like that.
Oh, it was clean. He was clean, man. Johnny was hella clean. That neutral, woo, out of here.
Exactly. And what better teacher for the neutral can you get than Momochi? I mean,
yeah, I know, right? Like the whip punish god of all time. Like that, he's a top, at least the greatest of all time in whip punishing. That dude is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would have put him as the greatest of all time if it wasn't for Punk. Because Punk is on some level of whiff punishing and confirms. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so you know, Johnny has been being trained by Momochi this whole entire time, and so you could see it too. You know, when Momochi was watching him play against Punk, you could see him sitting there, and he was like, you could see a very tense and kind of like nervous look. But then
he's young, man. He's young. He's definitely gonna get nervous off that stage, man.
Yeah. And then when Johnny, you know, lost to Momochi, you even saw this kind of smirk from Momochi, like, well done, student.
Do you think there's like something to be said about Mochi? I mean, he was obviously dropped by Echo Fox. Choco Blanca was even a part of Echo Fox as well. I mean, Punk was part of Echo Fox. Do you feel like there's some kind of fighter mentality there going into, especially tournaments like this, where you know Echo Fox is watching? Like, you know they're seeing what they're doing. So maybe, like, show them, hey, like, maybe you shouldn't have dropped me?
I mean, there's definitely a little bit of that, I would imagine. I mean, fortunately for Momochi and Choco, they got picked up by Victrix recently, so, you know, they're doing it. It was what a pickup, too, because they pick up Momochi, and the first thing he does is win Evo Japan, you know. But, you know, to be honest with you, for Momochi, yeah, there's probably a lot of, you know, hey, you know, Echo Fox, you shouldn't, you know, like, look what you're missing kind of thing, you know. Or as Scar said, I think it was Scar, you know, Echo Fox, where you went.
I mean, like, Rick Fox might be Magic Johnson. Like, at this point, you know what I'm saying? Shouts to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Shouts to the Lakers.
Shouts to the Lakers. Shouts to LeBron. Let's just
not talk about that right now.
I know. They're getting cooked right now, baby.
It's a bad scene, man. Let's talk about this amazing scene, though. I mean, the whole USA versus Japan thing.
Yeah,
I love this. I like the land, not the land of the free, shall we say.
James Chen, you've been in America's side since, I don't know, since the zenith of time. How does it feel that now Punk, CJ Truth, and Brian F. all made top 8 from the USA? They body a lot of Americans, Japanese players, and is the glorious Nippon over? Is the land of the Japan over? Like,
unfortunately, I think it's just starting for Japan, to be honest with you, because Arcade Edition just dropped for them. And once that
time chamber, baby, that arcade.
Yeah. Once that shows up in the arcades, things are going to change. And Japan is always going to be the strongest. I still think they're the strongest right now. However, you know, obviously the U.S. players are doing really, really well. And like you said, there was a lot of matchups. Smug defeated Fujimura, you know, who was, you know, one of the favorites, always one of the favorites to win. You know, Punk beating Momochi, Cool Kid beating Tokido. You know, there was definitely a lot of U.S. versus Japan. And U.S. is doing really, really well. So, you know, I expect Japan is going to get stronger now that they're going to get Street Fighter V in the arcades. But, you know, it's still encouraging that the U.S. players are doing really, really well. And, you know, interesting stat, too, that was brought up by a statistician named Glenn Cravens, who goes by the game 2K on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. GYT, baby. Shouts to the OG days. Shouts to the OG days.
You remember the old
I definitely remember those times, baby. He got the player cards and everything. It was crazy.
That's right. And he noticed that, you know, when there's been 50% U.S. players in top 8, that they've won 7 out of 9 of the tournaments, and now 8 out of 10. The Punk. So, you know, U.S. players, it's not as free as a lot of people want to think it is. So we haven't won our Evo yet, but, you know.
Oh, you will at this rate.
Yeah, exactly. This year, this is our year again.
America, baby, yeah. Yeah.
Apologies to all the Japanese Street Fighter fans watching.
No, America, baby. I don't care. I'm trained to Nippon.
But do you think that's why there were so many upsets at Final Round? Because we just are conditioned to believe that the Japanese Street Fighter players will maybe take hold and will run away with all these tournaments. Is that why there were so many upsets?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you bring that up because, like, are they upsets? You know, is Smug beating Fujimura really an upset, or is that just, you know, Smug is amazing, right? So maybe, you know, calling them upsets might be a little too generous, I guess, or at least a little underplaying the quality of the U.S. players here, you know, because obviously the players here are very strong. So at this point in time, it's hard to say if anything really is an upset, you know, because of just how good. You know, I'm talking about the U.S., but let's face it, the quality of competition around the world right now for Street Fighter V and for fighting games in general is just so strong. I mean, we saw, you know, what happened at Evo Japan with Arslan Ash winning Tekken 7, you know, with all the Korean and Japanese players all over there. And so, you know, it's the quality of players from around the world is ridiculous in fighting games right now, and that to me is really, really exciting. So, you know, as much as, you know, I'm being a homer here and talking about U.S. and all that stuff like that, but let's face it, the players from around the world are amazing, and you know, we're seeing so many strong players cropping up everywhere, and that to me is the most exciting thing about seeing how the FGC is growing right now.
I mean, we should kick it back to the Japanese scene because I do want to talk about Circuito.
Yes.
My man, he is not doing good.
Yeah, I mean, he was the most consistent player in 2018 and then got upset by Cool Kid and Bonchan. So what happened
Wake up
to
Supers,
Circuito?
man. Wake up Supers. Tell me, James, you saw it live. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, well, so first of all, I feel like Tokido maybe just has a little problems with Abigail. He faced another Abigail before Cool Kid and had a very, very close match, lost the first game and had to win the next 2 games. And then Cool Kid came by and sealed the deal against Tokido. As for Bonchan, you know, look, Bonchan is so used to fighting Tokido. They've had long sets of Akuma versus Sagat. And so I'm not entirely surprised by Bonchan winning that fight against Tokido. Look, the thing about Tokido is he's been the most consistent, but I also just feel like the field is just getting so strong. It's just there's so many good players out there right now. And, you know, Akuma did get some small nerfs. He did get a couple of buffs as well, so, you know, I'm not going to use that as an excuse for Tokido. But honestly, I just feel like the field out there and just the amount of players who are so dangerous and so deadly in the game right now, it's going to make it really hard for Tokido to have the same kind of consistency he had from last year. I don't see it as much as Tokido maybe kind of losing a little bit. I see it more as everybody else stepping up to the plate at this point in time. I just feel like the quality of play is increasing so much that, you know, it is going to be hard for Tokido. Look, I'm a Tokido fanboy, okay? You know, as much as I've been talking about, you know, Japan, blah, down with Japan. No, like, I love Tokido to death, and I don't think, like I said, I don't think he's dropped at all. I just think that, you know, everybody else has gotten so strong. And, you know, when it counts, I think Tokido will definitely perform. And, you know, to have back-to-back grand finals at Evo, you know, for 2 years in a row, I feel like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in that spot again this year. Let's just put it that way.
So if he won, it wouldn't be an upset in James's eyes. I do want you to give.
It is mine.
It would be in yours.
It is
Okay,
mine,
good to know.
Marissa.
I do want you to give me one guy though that you are looking at to make a big jump during the 2019 CPT.
Ooh, a big jump during the CPT, huh?
I'm kind of hoping you're gonna say Smug.
I want CJ Truth, man. CJ Truth looking good.
CJ Truth is looking really strong. He's probably a good one, but I don't know if it would count as a jump because, you know, he had been doing so well already at the end of last year. But, you know, I guess, you know, compared to how he's been doing for the entirety of Street Fighter V, yeah, CJ Truth would be a good pick for a jump. You know, I'm looking at maybe potentially like maybe a Neon or a Nephew, you know, some Colleen players, because I know Colleen is really strong right now. If you want to talk about players who, you know, haven't had that kind of success in the previous years compared to now. But, you know, if you are...
No love for Smug, no love for K-Brad, like...
Oh, no, K-Brad's washed up. He's done. He's done. Sorry, K-Brad. You are done. You are done. You might have got sponsored, but that's because of your personality.
For me, Smug has never gone anywhere. So you know, like I'm also a big Smug fan. So I don't consider him. I wouldn't consider him making a jump because, like, he's always been in the mix of things for me. So you know, I don't feel like he's ever gone anywhere. K-Brad has definitely disappeared a little bit, and you know, he's coming back at this point in time. It's going to be tougher, I guess, because Cammy got nerfed a little bit. She's the same, but you know.
Just a little bit. I mean, no one noticed, right?
She's supposed to, I mean, CJ Truth, to be honest with you, has said that she's gotten weaker, and he's doing a lot of work with Colleen now. So, you know, along the lines of me mentioning Neon and Nephew, yeah, you know, maybe CJ Truth is the culmination of that, because he is doing well, and he's also using Colleen as well. So, you know, I just expect some Colleen players to do really, really well this year. So maybe we can go with CJ Truth then, you know, as the final answer. Final
answer, CJ Truth from both of you. Yeah, we do have one fan question, or I guess two fan questions for you, James. Rich to the Rescue says, James, I might have at most 1 hour a day maybe to play Street Fighter. What would be the best way to increase my skill? Zeku, Alex, or his mains?
Honestly, when you play, play online because you want to get the matchup knowledge and just get the experience there from all the different variety and you know, different kinds of players that you have there. But if you have an hour to play, you know, the first thing that you want to do is play some matches, but then whenever you lose a match, there is that option to start training mode with the current characters that are there. You know, try to take advantage of that and really pay attention to what it is that you're losing to, and make sure that you study the characters that you're losing to. If you're losing to a character that you're not familiar with, you know, pick that option, go to the training mode, block all of their attacks and see what they are on block, you know, find out which moves are negative, which moves are positive, find out, you know, try to remember what tactics they were using on you, find ways to counter them and such. You know, and if you can, you know, go back and watch some of your replays to get that kind of information. But really, to maximize your hour, it's really about making sure you take the time to understand the matchup and the characters that you're fighting against. Like, for example, I have trouble against Alex, so I get beat up by Alex a lot because for some other reason I'm just scared of his command throw. So I just eat meaties and I jump back and I just die a bunch. And recently, you know, I sat down, you know, tested him out, got command thrown, and just noticed that he gets no advantage off of that. So, you know, against Alex, I'm going to start learning to take the throw a little bit more.
Yeah, man, you're a footsie player, man. Alex is he's a bane of every player who plays footsies. And I know you got clean footsies and command grabs. It is a no-no. No-no.
All right, Drew, we have one last question for you, James. This one actually is from Drewface. When we running it back in Tetris so I don't play on no Joy-Cons, James?
Yeah, when we get that run back, baby, I'm ready every day, all day, 24/7. All day.
Bring it, man. Anytime you want, Drew. Bring it. Let's do this.
It's on site, James. I'm going to see your combo break. It's going to be on site.
All right, sounds good. Let's do this.
Okay, Drew, James is going to kick your ass, man.
I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to try. That's what matters, Marissa. I'm still going to try.
All right.
Tetris 99, because it only takes one win.
James, thank you so much for joining us today. Cannot wait to see what the CPT has in store for us.
Oh, yeah, I'm super excited for CPT this year, but thanks for having me. You know, I'm always down to help out the squad crew here, so thanks for having me.
Of course, babe. Okay, now it was a busy weekend outside of Street Fighter, so let's see how the other events of the FGC played out.
Getting chipped away. Who's going to land the final hit here? Oh, staggered the pressure. What a good time. It's over. It's over! Shadow finishes it!
And Shadow is your final round
complete
2019 champion.
Oh,
blocked.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
up there.
Good stuff from Nairo, just not jumping when he's cornered.
No, get back to the stage. All right.
Oh my God, so much for Sun.
What? Oh my God! No way! Kamehameha! He got the tech! He's still dead! He's still dead! Reverse 3-0 with Cannon!
And? Okay. Mars is crazy though. Oh yeah. Right.
Ooh, and there's the back air! And that's the reset of the bracket!
Oh, and he barely makes it back and blocks. This is still looking really rough though. Time.
Looking for that down smash and
oh
my gosh, actually KO!
There goes Mars popping off, and here's your Collision 2019 champion.
Ooh, and that's gonna reach Doggerel with 5 bars. Oh!
That's an NRS player.
Oh!
He's getting ready for MK11. He's ready for it.
What are you doing? This is not Mortal Kombat.
Now Piccolo Ball is incoming.
One hit.
A lot of
This could be it, folks.
He's got 2 bars. Hard knockdown.
This is it. Luigi wins. Final round 2019.
Oh, baby, lots to unpack there. So, Drew, let's start with what we just witnessed, which was Goichi.
My homie.
Taking on, of course, Sonic Fox, as he usually does. But Sonic Fox, not even top 2, not top 3. He, landed 5th.
I know, he's in a slump right now, and I think Goichi's not in a slump. He is savage mode right now. He's in all savage mode, calm 21 all day. He is killing it with Piccolo right now, and he beat Kazunoko in Grand Finals, the Dragon Ball World Tour champion.
I mean, I kind of love that, because all last year it just seemed like obviously Sonic Fox's year. Everything was about Sonic Fox. He won eSport Player of the Year as well at the Game Awards. Like, it was all his moment, his time to shine. Now, Goichi literally took his head off.
Oh, he decapitated the monster.
Yeah.
He decapitated the monster. You know why? Because it's 2019, and that's not 2018. Therefore, Sonic Fox is human. Human.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he has taken away his superpower, and now Goichi has channeled it and made it his own.
Absolutely.
And it'll be the year of Goichi.
Goichi, absolutely.
Okay, he's going all in, Goichi, baby. Let's talk Smash Ultimate at Collision, because Nairo nearly pulled off the bracket reset over Mars like crazy. And there was so much drama happening with that too. Like, Mars is calling coaching in the audience. Like, there was serious dramas.
You know what? I'm from the FGC, and we think that's like crowd noise. We just think it's hype. Mars, unfortunately, he's entitled to think and have his own opinion about that. But at the end of the day, he still beat him. He still beat him, so it's all good.
I mean, we have to talk about Ganondorf here for a second, because
Ganondorf is not a good character. He's not. I don't know how he did that. He beat Light with Ganondorf. I don't know how he did that. Ganondorf is slow like a turtle, and Fox is fast like a fox.
Fox is fast like a fox. I don't know, I like using Ganondorf when I play, but I'm not playing competitively, so never mind.
Damn, I mean, he hits like a Mack truck, but that's...
He just seems menacing, like I got this with Ganondorf.
Oh no, he's slow. It's kind of like literally outrunning a turtle. Like, you just get away from it. Real easy.
Okay, fair enough. Let's move on to Tekken 7, because PogChamp's style, I mean, dang, how difficult would it be to actually play against this guy and his consistency?
I told you, man, that man is on the top 10 R&B billboards in America. No heat seekers here. I would play with that dude by my side all day. Karaoke, Tekken 7, we're gonna have a duet, just the 2 of us. Shouts to Will Smith, I love that dude.
Wait, like Big Willie style?
Oh, Big Willie style all day. It's Miami, baby. It's Miami.
We go into Miami.
Going to Miami.
So you're playing and singing at the same time with him?
That's what I would do. Absolutely.
Okay, that might be an interesting party that I would watch, maybe not be at, but I'd watch from a distance.
Well, you're going to clip it. Easy.
I'm going to clip it. All right, Drew, let's talk about your player of the week, because I know you got someone so special.
I got to give it to Punk, man. That dude is so clean. That dude is so clean. That dude won final round from losers. And guess who he only lost to? Gachi-kun, the Capcom Cup champion. And he did it with ease, except for Johnny. But he did it with ease. Everybody was free.
Yeah, he kind of showed the FGC what up, just reminded them.
USA.
Exactly, USA. And who he was. And also having a new org backing him now, like, that's a lot of pressure. And for him to step up and perform the way he did, and then not pop off at the end, which I was a little upset by.
That's disrespectful, you Japanese.
Oh.
Yeah, he just walked off. He's like, No, free. Everybody free. Just walked off.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because he won everything, and then he kind of just did one of these, and then he sat down.
I mean, you know what? Punk's the best when he's confident. And that's how you know he's confident, because he's feeling himself. You don't got to say nothing. His performance said it all.
Okay, I feel like that's a good place to leave it, Drew. Thank you so much for chilling with me and talking FGC, baby. I do want to talk a little bit about the look ahead, because next week you're excited. Next 2 weeks, right? We got
Next
NorCal
2 weeks,
Regionals.
baby. NorCal Regional.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. Who are you excited for to see?
Everybody.
Oh, okay.
Literally everybody. Because I love fighting games. It's my life.
Can't narrow anything down. I'm surprised you even picked a player of the week.
all day. 6 buttons all day. Punch, kick, punch all day.
All right. The FGC is back in full swing, so make sure you tune in on Wednesdays for all the latest. Huge thanks to James Chen for joining us to chat final round today, and check in tomorrow as we go over the Halo 3 Invitational at South by Southwest. Make sure y'all follow us on the socials at Squad State, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
I love our man, James Chen. He's just such a sweetheart. And fun fact, he actually knows Street Fighter like he knows Tetris really well. So thanks for all the insight. Tomorrow we are back at it again, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, live from the green room with gameplay. And you never know who's gonna drop in or what stories will be told. So it's gonna get juicy. And then again tomorrow at 8 p.m. we have more Unmuted, a new Rank It, and Callus is gonna talk about Halo in esports in 30. But you could always stay tuned to our socials to check out what we're up to at Squad State all across the board. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.